Watching Color 10 News at 10.
Patients can now take advantage of 2 procedures at Mercy's new heart hospital. Good evening, I'm Jennifer Abreu. The mitral clip and the heart flow analysis, those are the 2 new procedures, and one of them has already saved the life of a 64-year-old man. Our David Chasanoff met with him today. David, what can you tell us about his story?
Well, Jennifer, it all started when Mark Shoemaker had a bad cough and was congested. He thought it was a minor problem until this happened.
We thought what was pneumonia. We went in and they diagnosed it as a leakage in the heart.
Shoemaker was shocked.
I couldn't believe that it had progressed.
He's on dialysis and couldn't have traditional open heart surgery.
Recommendations were a new procedure that was out, which was the micro clip.
There's a very small, less than 1 inch minor incision in the groin where we go through a vein and up to their heart. We're able to clip the valve so it doesn't leak as much.
An operating room uses a guiding device to lead them. And for Shoemaker, his surgery was a success.
It's changed my life. It's changed our family's life. Grateful to have the procedure done by Dr. Merritt.
And he's now back to finishing a project with his wife.
Remodeling a house, me and my wife. Before we went into surgery, I could barely breathe, could barely move. And now we've done a good job at remodeling the house.
Along with the mitral clip, the heart flow analysis is also being introduced to Mercy's new heart hospital.
The heart flow cardiac CT is the newest advance in non-invasive coronary imaging.
It creates a computerized 3D model of a patient's CT scan.
We will know exactly whether we're able to leave that patient alone and treat them medically appropriately, or say we think there's a significant high-grade blockage and recommend going to the cath lab for an angiogram.
It's an advancement that's 5 to 6 years in the making.
The move in the cardiac field is to do things less and less invasively, but also more accurately, and this is just one more step in that direction.
Mercy's Heart Hospital will be open this Monday. Dr. Merritt welcomes anyone interested in these advances to visit the facility.
All right, thanks, David. Well, 3 candidates have been chosen for the new circuit judge position in Greene County. The 31st Circuit Judicial Commission conducted 1 day of public hearings, interviewed 9 applicants, and selected a panel of 3 nominees for the new position. The nominees are Associate Circuit Judge Becky Borthwick, Supervisory Assistant U.S. Attorney Randall Eggert, and a partner at Hush Blackwell, Ginger Gooch. Governor Parson has 60 days to appoint one of those nominees. Making news now, after a 13-month-long investigation, Missouri Attorney General Eric Schmidt is referring 12 former clergy members for potential prosecution for sexual abuse. The investigation included the Archdiocese of St. Louis and Diocese of Kansas City, St. Joseph, Springfield, Cape Girardeau, and Jefferson City. Prosecutors hunted back through church documents going as far back as 1945. Investigators found 163 priests accused of sexual misconduct against minors, but the statute of limitations has run out on many of those cases.
The betrayal of trust and of innocence is devastating and in many instances incomprehensible. I also want to thank the brave victims who've had the courage to come forward and share their stories. And I'd also like to take this opportunity to speak directly to the victims. You didn't deserve this. None of this was your fault. This report, our referrals for criminal prosecution, our aggressive and substantive recommendations for reform can erase the past, but they can change the trajectory of the future.
We don't know if any of the 12 clergy members listed are from southern Missouri. However, last August, the Springfield Cape Girardeau Diocese released every incident involving alleged sexual abuse from priests, and the vast majority are dead or have already been kicked out of the church. The Greene County Sheriff's Office is taking a break from the popular TV show Live PD. Many in the Ozarks have been tuning in for months now to see local deputies fight neighborhood crime. Sheriff Jim Arnott posted on Facebook he has requested a break to focus on other projects and priorities. He says this show has strengthened the relationship between the public and the office. Plus, the show was a chance to show the realities of law enforcement. Arnott says it's possible his team could go back on the program in the future. Live PD returns for a new season next Friday night. In more local news tonight, more than 1,600 students from 51 schools across Southwest Missouri were at JQH Arena for MSU's Salute to Agriculture. A few hours before PBR kicks off, FFA students from around the state head to the Dar Agricultural Center to eat and play games. The highlight of the Salute to Agriculture is Ag Olympics. Students try their hand at barrel racing, tractor tire rolling, hay bale jumping, and cornhole. Dylan Mize is the president of the Collegiate Farm Bureau, and he says this event is basically a tailgate for PBR, and students are excited about it every year.
This is my third year doing it, and every year you can tell that kids are super excited to be here. As you can tell, they're having some fun right now.
To wrap things up, students jump on a bus to JQH Arena to watch bull riding at PFI's PBR. Local photographer Randy Bacon is currently being featured at the Springfield Art Museum. Bacon's The Road I Call Home is a photography exhibition that brings attention and empathy to our community's homeless population. The exhibit features 45 new large-scale, simple, direct, and casual studio portraits of homeless individuals living in Springfield. Each portrait is accompanied by the subject's personal story of homelessness. To see The Road I Call Home, you can join a scheduled tour or call the museum and request your own guided tour. The exhibit is open now through February of 2020. Around the Ozarks, it's a celebration of history and heritage in one local town this weekend. The third annual Soto Fest, or State of the Ozarks 2019, kicks off tomorrow in Hollister. Although Soto Fest is a Hollister tradition, it's also a celebration of Missouri history, the Civil War, and the Ozarks as a whole. The family fun event spans down historic Downing Street in downtown Hollister with a variety of vendors and performances, including fine arts and crafts, a bounce house for the kids, and an unscripted medieval sword fight. Joshua Heston is editor-in-chief of the festival, and he spoke about the significance of Soto Fest.
And I think it really instills a sense of pride and a sense of place that for the next generation growing up, that this is a place to take care of, this is a place to invest in, this is a place to care about, this is a place to be proud to be from.
Soto Fest runs tomorrow in Hollister from 10 a.m. until 6 p.m. Checking in with Beth now. It was cool today. Will it be cool tomorrow for Soto Fest again, Beth?
You know, I wish I could say it would be. Today we topped off at 83 here in Springfield, but the heat and humidity do return this weekend. We'll hit the 90s by Sunday. Good news is we do have another front that'll come in and cool temperatures off a little bit by the end of next week. We'll do more details right after the break. Don't go anywhere.